وأن هذا العلم مخصوص بما قد شاع فيه عند كل العلماء.
الحمد لله وحده والصلاة والسلام على من لا نبي بعده. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to another halqa in this series of seeking knowledge. Today, inshallah, we're going to be taking a question that many students in the Islamic University ask themselves. And this question is, should I focus on the university studies or should I focus on the studies in Masjid an-Nabawi with the scholars? Which one should I focus on more? Or even better, how do I balance between these two? This is a question that many people ask throughout the years, and I'll give you the answer that our scholars have given us, and those scholars were given by their scholars. And so this is a silsila ever since the Jamia has been open and the Dirasa an-Nizamiyya, the people and the students have been asking this question. And so the scholars, they mention that a person should gather between both of them. A person should gather between his studies in the university and studying with the scholars in Masjid an-Nabawi. Should be balanced for both of them. And he should not give priority to one over the other. Because the reason why you are in Medina بعد توفيق الله, after tawfiq and permission from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is through the university, through the Jamia. And so you should not be deficient in it. And at the same time, you are in the city of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, where there is scholars from the time of the Sahaba till today. And those scholars teach in Masjid an-Nabawi and in the other masajid in Medina. And so you shouldn't be deficient and you shouldn't waste that opportunity. And so what's the best advice? Gather between both of them. What some students do is they fall into one of two extremes. The first extreme is that a person gives all his energy to the lessons in Masjid an-Nabawi with the scholars, which is something that is good in its asal. But then what happens is he is deficient in his studies in the university. And so he is absent. He's about to get kicked out due to his absence. He is failing his exams. He's not doing good with his grades, right? And so he is being deficient and negligent when it comes to his university studies. And the whole reason why he's there is for the university. He's being paid a monthly stipend because of the university brought him. He's under the sponsorship of the university. So it's not befitting that you are doing bad in this university that by the fadl of Allah Azza wa Jal has brought you to Medina. So that's one extreme. Be careful from it. And be careful from anyone that tries to advise you in being deficient in your studies in the university. This is something that if you just was to use common sense is bad advice. The other extreme is those that completely focus on their studies in the university, in their Dirasa an-Nizamiyya, whether that is the Ma'had or the 4 years in the Kulliyah. And they don't attend the circles of the scholars at all in Masjid an-Nabawi. This is another extreme. Some people, they give all their energy, all their time, all their years in Medina just in the university, and they don't give any attention to the scholars that is residing with them, and they don't benefit from them. And this is again another extreme and another big deficiency that a student falls into. The Jamia, as we said, is the reason why you are there, but at the same time, they are giving you the tools, they're giving you the keys and the tools for knowledge. They can't give you all of the knowledge, all of the fields, because the had and the time of each subject that you study and each semester is muaqqat. It is short and it's timed. As for the lessons in with the scholars, you can finish a book from cover to cover, from the beginning to the end. Those keys that you learn in the university, you open them up with the treasures that you will find with the scholars. And so the best advice is the advice of the scholars, which is to combine between both of them. You use the university to aid you in seeking knowledge with the scholars outside. And when you seek knowledge with the scholars outside, it aids you in your studies in the university. Because al-ilm is mutarabit, it's connected, it's all connected. And so this is the advice that I give you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.